Wow, that start was pretty snappy. Welcome to another high energy impact introduction for Endo Blades Battle number 4. This is the one you've all been waiting for. It's Sam, aka WizeFool, versus Rad, aka Raddosaurus, in a battle that has been years in the making. Rad really wants to use the mech buster that they have up their hand, but none of us know how to fly the mech buster. So we're seeing if we can get someone to call in that knows how to use it precisely, because I don't want to learn the rules at the last second. But just to be clear, if Rad could cheat at this battle, he would in an instant with no regrets.
And, you know,
100%.
basically, I got on this call and found out very quickly that I brought a knife to a gunfight. So this will be a lot of fun.
Yes, your Lancelot, despite having a massive tonnage advantage over the rattlesnake, is just bad. It's not good compared to it. I mean,
I
the
was gonna say
rattlesnake
I
is a
like it.
new machine.
I like the way the Lancelot is built out. I think the overheat one is cool. I don't know. I went out of my way and found a really niche exotic mech, but like the Lancelot seems like kind of the more standard version of what I have, which I like.
Sure, sure. But you're also protected by TMM3 and 14 jumps, so it's
I
easy to be
mean,
very charitable to your opponent.
I am being charitable because I'm better in every way, but yes.
I do like the name Rattlesnake. That is pretty awesome. Gotta hand it to you.
I didn't make it up.
Yeah,
This
well,
This
is
is
yeah.
an
yeah, a real
official
thing.
variant of the
Yeah, it
gender.
is cool.
I just feel like I don't know about you, but I pick my mechs in large part based on the names.
Yeah,
That
oh
is
yeah.
why I chose the Black Knight originally.
Well, Black Knight looks cool too. That's bigger for the name for me is aesthetics. Like it's got to look cool. And I've always hated the way Jenner looks, but in the more recent art and models and stuff, I've started to come around a little bit on them. And I had the guys give me just like a list of really typical Korean mechs, and the Jenner was one of the flagship models that they use a lot. So I was like, let me go and dig through every Jenner ever made and find the stupidest, most ridiculous one. And that's how I discovered the rattlesnake.
Well done. I love it. Love
It's
it.
a Jenner with the battle value of like an Atlas almost, basically.
Good. Great. Love it.
But it is made out of paper. So if I lose every single initiative roll, I will probably die. Because I'll have no opportunity to shoot at you without also being shot at, which means 3 rounds in, I will be dead and you won't be, basically.
We can only hope. We
If
can
I, if I,
only
if I
hope.
can't manufacture at least one turn while I shoot you and you don't shoot me, then I probably lose.
I like Rad's gumption in thinking that you're both going to hit on all 3 rounds
That's
from long
true.
range.
I have not had very good dice in the Battletech world for a while now. So I'm either due for a turnaround or the streak continues. We'll see.
I was talking to Eric about this, and I've come to the conclusion that a lot of Alpha Strike is about basically like putting yourself in a position where like I don't think you're ever able to like escape like things coming down to dice luck, but I think you can put yourself in a position where your dice luck is taking you from like win condition to tie if you have bad luck versus the good luck being a tie and the bad luck being a loss. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like what James did to me and Eddie really quickly is it was like there was never a point where our like good luck couldn't have saved the match, but very quickly it became our good luck was a tie, his good luck was a win.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't, it's funny that the final climactic round of this first phase of the war comes down to probably the two tactically least proficient players on either cast. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
my two other guys are like actual professional, like registered players in this sport.
They are both
You know?
CGL demo agents for
And
teaching
I've
people how to play the game at
yeah,
conferences. So, yes.
Great.
yeah. So
Excellent. I love it.
I'm
Cool.
just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna
Well,
try and cheat my way through.
let's roll initiative.
I will roll first. It's just a flat 2d6, right?
2d6. Although you can reroll.
That's going to be a 5. So I'll wait to see how Rad
All
does
right.
before I initiate my decision making.
An 8.
I'll let I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna save
This
the
Okay.
roll.
So
Not
Rad,
exactly
you get to
the
pick,
initiative I wanted to win, but
you get to
take it.
pick which side of the board you'd like to come onto, and then
Hmm.
Sam will have to take the other one, and then Sam will deploy first.
Tell me about these buildings, Arthur. Can
They
they
are
do they all provide full cover?
the ones that are not ruined do provide full cover through them if they fully
Uh-huh.
cover your token. Ruins provide a +1 for being shot through.
Okay.
So ruins are basically trees.
Sure. I feel like you're stepping into Greek philosophy now, where if they
What
do the
is a
same thing,
ruin, Arthur?
is a ruin a tree?
Okay, I'm gonna start over here.
Okay, you're coming in from the top. All
Yep.
right.
I
So
get the
Sam, you're
sun.
deploying your Lancelot from the south.
And I walk on, right?
You must walk on, yes.
Right. So I have 8 inches of movement.
Now note that Rad's maximum range is 24 inches, which means as long as you stay out of this 24, so like 12 hexes, you'll be good.
I can't move that far, so I'm not worried about that.
Right, but your concern should be how far he can move versus how far you can move.
That's a great
If you
point.
can
He
stay
moves like
outside of his
14.
medium range, he can't shoot you.
Medium range is 20. What
24.
is the max for medium range?
Yes. After that, it becomes long range.
Okay.
Does walking through trees takes 2? Is that right?
Yeah, double,
Is
right?
it double?
It takes, yes, +1 for every inch you go through.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I think I can get to here if I walk in here, because it's 4 inches to get there.
If you have 8 and you need
I have 8, and
to,
I get up for 1, and then double
yes,
to get
I agree
across.
that that is true.
Okay, I will go there.
You can get into the center of that hex.
All right, and I have moved, so I get a TMM of 1. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's Shams.
Hey,
He's joined us now in
Hey.
progress.
I I can't stay for long, but I can quickly try and explain Mechbuster aerospace fighters.
Excellent. Just for the state of Delaware's purposes, know that we are currently recording.
That's fine.
Okay.
I got the confirmation from Zoom. That's fine.
Excellent. Mechbusters. What
Yes.
what can
Tell
you
us.
tell us about it? Because we're placing for the first round, so
Okay, no worries. So effectively they are an Alpha Strike unit. There is an Alpha Strike card for them.
we have that on the
But
board.
yeah, because they're aerospace and thrust, though, they're not actually like anywhere on the board at any point in time. That they can be shot at as though they're anywhere on the board. They can fire as though they're anywhere on the board. So they always have line of sight and they always have range equal to their altitude, which by default is 12 inches if they're flying at medium aerospace height. Um, so when they attack, they can either do a strafing run, a strike, or drop a bomb. I think the Mechbuster can't strafe. I don't think it's got strafing weapons. It's only got bombs and strike weapons. So if it strikes, it makes a regular attack roll. just like, a normal unit against any unit on the board, dealing its damage at medium range. If it does a bombing run, it can only bomb twice because it's got bomb 2. You've got to decide whether it's using high explosive or cluster ammunition. High explosive ammunition does 2 damage in a 2-inch radius. 2 damage in a 2-inch radius. Cluster bombs do 1 damage in a 6-inch radius from where they strike. If you miss the attack roll with a bomb, you basically decide which direction the aerospace fighter was flying, like what its run path was, and you roll a d6, 1 being straight ahead and then going sort of 6 ways around the clock to sort of work out which direction the bomb scatters. And it scatters. How far it scatters? I think it scatters 2 inches in that direction. Oh no, so it scatters twice the margin of failure. So if you miss by 4, it scatters 8 inches. If you miss by 1, it scatters 2 inches, etc. So a Mechbuster could basically make 2 bombing runs, and the rest would be strikes.
What's its strike damage?
Which it's on the card. It's 2 at medium range for a Mechbuster. Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of how its speed affects shooting and being shot at.
So with the bombs on board, if you have it fully loaded, its thrust is lowered to 3. And then every time it drops a bomb, it goes back up by 1.
But I mean, that thrust is like irrelevant at mech scale.
Yes.
Because it's overflying the board every time.
I believe it needs 24 inches of movement whenever it's laying down a flight path.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't have modifiers based on its speed. It only has modifiers based on range, target type, and attack type. So bombing is +0, striking is +1. As a penalty, it's a +1 penalty, effectively, not a +1 bonus. Target type is mech is +0. Yeah, then there's nothing else that really applies to its attack. In terms of shooting back at it, that's probably where I'm a bit lost in terms of how its speed factors into the roll to hit it, because I couldn't see that anywhere in the book. It's all about, it's got plenty of stuff about air to ground attacks, not much about ground to air attacks. Oh yeah, great air combat. Here we go. So, it looks like it's just a +2 modifier for firing an airborne unit. So the +2 modifier replaces the standard speed modifier in terms of the Sator arrangement.
Cool.
Happy birthday, James.
Well, it's yesterday.
I know it was yesterday, but I didn't see you yesterday, you son of a bitch.
Happy yesterday birthday.
Yeah. So is that giving enough to play with?
I think so. If I don't use it, we'll have 2 next time. So
okay. Well, it's pages 180 onwards in the Commander's Edition book, and it's only about 6 pages, but
oh, that's all.
Yeah. All right. Good
all right.
luck,
Thanks,
fellas.
James.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
So back to our placing in progress.
Okay.
If you're confirmed that you're using the Mechbuster, you will need to place the Mechbuster on the battlefield, and it will need to be in such a way that it can move at least 24 inches. If you want to have it attack the Lancelot, it has to pass over the Lancelot at some point along its 24 inches.
I thought it wasn't on the battlefield based on what he said.
Yeah,
it has to be capable of passing. It's not, we're not going to be like physically tracking every inch that it moves, but it is physically, it does have a token here, and it has to not go off the battlefield. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember the Time of Total Warfare finale, but Sound accidentally went off the battlefield and had to spend a whole round turning around and coming back when he was in his aerospace fighter.
Sure. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to use it.
Okay.
All right.
We'll hold it back then until you want to
Just
bring
say
it on the
it's
board.
held back, and if I have to bring it into the battlefield, you can whatever. We'll figure it
That
out.
and that fits narratively, right? It's like
Yeah.
cheaters don't cheat until they need to,
Right.
right?
Exactly. It's hidden somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so I can move 14.
Yes.
So I want to move 5 and then like 9
I
to
agree
where
that that is
this
correct. Yeah.
this building is in between us.
All right. That does it.
Dude, stop. What is happening?
You have to switch back to the pickup instead of
Was it right about there? No, I've already lost the spot.
I think that was right.
yes. You
5
need to
and
flip it around
9.
though. You're
Yeah.
facing the wrong direction.
All right.
Right about there.
Now, do the
Back to
two of you
initiative.
want to have a rivalry chat coming on the field?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
instigated this fight? Celeste did, right?
Yeah,
It's a-
I've been telling everybody that
Where is this?
I
Yeah.
yeah, I've been asking where you are.
That's right. That's right.
So I guess like when we come onto the field, Celeste will like open comms and see if this mystery Jenner will receive them.
I mean, yeah. My comms are open.
And she will say, this is Celeste Reinhold. I'm looking for someone. I'm hoping it might be you. Who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
I don't know if I'm supposed to know who that is, but this is Akari Genji, and you've certainly found someone.
Yeah, Celeste will say, well, good to hear from you. Seems you finally come out of hiding. I feel like I've run into nearly every mech warrior on the planet except you.
What was your name again?
You can call me Celeste. You left my planet before I had a chance to introduce myself.
Yeah, there was really only one reason I was on your planet, and it didn't have anything to do with you, but now you've come to mine, and it seems like you've found what you're looking for. I hope you find the result satisfying, forever how briefly you might find it.
Celeste will laugh and will just say, very well. Just kind of end the conversation there. Yeah, I think we've said everything that needs to be said here. Internally seething, like, this person pretending not to know who I am.
Yeah.
You're sitting there going, "Don't you know my father owns the dealership?"
Yeah, but the thing is like once somebody plays the like I don't know you, you can't be like yes you do, otherwise they win.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
all right, I will roll more initiative. Well, that's a good roll. That's a 10.
That's not a 10.
All right, I think you got to move first then.
Okay. Your move is an 8.
Yes.
So let's see.
I really can't run away from you once you get to me. That's why I just decided to hide in the trees.
You can't move much. I'm gonna move. Let's see, it would take you that's 2 inches through the woods, so that would cost you 4.
Right. I thought it's just
Right?
an extra 1 inch, so it would be 3.
It's an extra inch per inch that you move through it, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that how it works? Or
So if you
said
move
4?
2 inches through it, it costs you 4. So
And
you
then
could
it
make
would-
it out to about there. No, wait, that wouldn't be right. You could only make it.
Yeah,
would
because
be
then it would
4
take
to
me 2
there.
to get down.
Oh, 2 to get down. Oh shit.
I think
Okay,
I
so
could
you
get here.
you
I
could
think
get
that's-
barely kind of to this. this neighborhood.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. I think I can get, takes you 2 to get down. You could get out to about there. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna tuck myself right in here next to this building.
Pretty much.
While reading Rad, did you have anything else about the intro hour you wanted to try to burn me on? Maybe like a third day worth
No.
of insults? No, you're good.
A third day?
I spent
What were the first
so
2?
much time trying to figure out what you were talking about when you were like, "Oh, look at Arthur
When
and his
you were fighting with
comparative boob size
Spoon?
analysis." I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And then I
Oh
finally
yeah.
found it. It's because I was talking about Unicorn Overlord.
To be fair,
I
I had
literally
no
could
idea.
not remember
I,
that.
I did not know what the hear me out thing was at all. As not
Okay.
it
Well,
took me,
that
somebody in the
episode
chat
was
finally
4 times
described
as
it.
popular as normal, so
That's
there could be more
incredible.
hear
I'm
me
very
outs in the
happy. All
future
right.
where I suffer, and apparently you suffer, but
Yeah.
you only take it out on me, apparently.
Yeah, well that's what intro hours are all about, Arthur.
Yeah,
Can we
great.
see
That makes
each
me
other from
definitely want to
here?
do more of them.
Can we see each other? It kind of looks like we might. I don't know. Actually, it's
I don't
pretty.
think so.
Okay.
From behind the Jenner, the entire building is completely blocking all. And I'm
I
gonna
will
bet from the landslide it's
go.
the same.
Yeah, okay. If I can't see you from there, then I'll just
How close do I gotta get in order to be able to shoot?
you can shoot me from where you are.
What's medium range?
Medium range is
Y-
24
Yeah,
inches.
we're in medium.
24. Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
This is 14-inch jump is right in front of the Lancelot right now, so he can pop
You
right
better
up
not
on you.
just stay in the bushes the whole time.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, no, it's probably the play, to be honest. I don't like it, but it's probably the play.
Don't let him bait you out of position is all I'm gonna
How
say.
many inches of trees can you not shoot through?
It's 3 hexes worth of trees.
3 hexes worth of trees
Yes,
is full
6
cover.
inches.
Okay. Okay.
Six to there. That would be how far
I don't
away?
think you can make that far.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it takes you 2 inches to move out because you're moving at half speed. And that's
Okay.
just to get you to the borderline. So this is getting here is 4.5 inches.
Okay, yeah, so then getting here would be 8, right?
Getting there is another 2. So that's 6.5.
So I could get there.
You could get to that exact spot, yes. And you can move an additional 0.75 of an inch.
I don't know that that's gonna help me much, though. What if
I don't know
were
that anything's going to help you at this point.
straight back?
The problem is that Rad is approaching in a really good way.
I guess I'll just go straight back into this hex.
Okay.
Does elevation change
It
fiery
doesn't
stuff?
change your ability to see each other right now simply because you look at actual space to space, and the Jenner is physically shorter than the building in front of it.
Oh,
We're
okay.
literally shadowed by the building.
Would you say he's 6 inches deep in the trees?
Right now,
Yeah.
from this
Like
angle,
if I were to be, I don't know how to ping.
tab,
Alt?
Tab.
Shift?
just
Tab?
tab.
If I was right here
Yeah.
or right here, he'd be full cover, you think?
No. If you are to the right of this,
Uh-huh.
between these two,
That would not be full
that
cover.
would not
It'd be
be because
partial cover.
there has to be three
He
between
would be have to
you.
be behind that third one. Okay,
Yes.
I
Yeah,
got
you
you.
would have to be like
Now, if you
literally
were
there
over
though.
I
here,
see, I
there
see.
would be, well, if you were here, if you were behind this
Mm-hmm.
woods and
Then there
these
would
three
be.
were in your way, you would have problems.
You gotta try to
Gotcha.
be on the line with this, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Initiative again.
Yep.
Alrighty. That's only a 5.
Okay. It's a
That's a
10.
10. Yeah, I'm gonna let you win that one because I don't think I'm beating a 10.
Does the expert reroll probably can't be used at all in this, right? All of these would be considered combat rolls, I'm guessing. I would think.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not allowing any character abilities.
Okay, okay. Oh,
The
okay.
only character ability is
That makes it clear.
you can't kill me in my mech if I say no.
Oh, so he gets his one character ability and I don't get mine. Got
No,
it, got it, got it.
the
Got
way the duel system works is that neither of you can kill each other during this first phase.
Oh,
but
that's
I-
disappointing.
But I thought that I guess well we can talk about it later because I guess my
If he
question
win-
then becomes like if I can't use my ability to not die in combat in the mech,
He
what
also
other
can't
fucking
use
combat
his
are we gonna
ability to
ever be in?
re-roll attack rolls.
No, that expert does not have that ability.
Expert
Well,
can't
they
do
have
that.
the ability to re-roll skill rolls.
Right.
Anything other
Nothing
than
in
attack roll.
combat
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
yeah.
Right.
rerolled.
Right.
But nobody's getting
I got
any
you.
bonuses.
I'm
Character
with you, but
abilities are totally
I'm
out.
with you. I'm just saying the point I'm trying to make is like there's plenty of non-combat out of mechs. We don't really do combat out of mechs, so we maybe should talk about that. But for future,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, guess
I
what?
agree. I
The
understand. What you're
the
saying.
Blades of Honor cast is having an episode this week, and as soon as this fight is over, I can go to the Endosteel cast and see if they want to have an episode. We can talk about it there.
agreed. I'm with you.
There
I'm
are
just-
plenty of warriors on both casts that want to use their ability to stay alive.
You
But
say
okay.
nobody can die in this fight. If
No one
Sam
can
wins,
die in duels
can I
in
choose
phase
to die?
one. Yes,
Can I
Brad.
choose
Okay,
to
all right.
I
die?
won't
Just checking,
stop you from
just checking.
killing yourself if you want to. I
Alright.
guess.
Oh God! All right. With that, I will move somewhere. I guess I'll move down here.
Cool.
There aren't any rules that keep you from being on the edge of the map.
If if the back part of his mech touches the edge of the map, he retreats and loses the battle.
Okay. Because
Oh,
in regular
and-
Battletech, if you're just on the hex,
Right, but
right,
we
the
aren't
exit,
actually
that
using
makes more
hexes.
sense.
But
We're not
yes,
using
if he
hexes.
touches the
Okay.
edge of the map, he walks off the map immediately.
So I think I only use half of my movement getting down.
Okay.
I would like to hunker down. On
You have to
5
make
or
a roll.
better. On a 5
Ooh,
or
is this-
better.
Is this one of your fancy moves?
It's
This is
one
the
of
fancy rule that I
GrimDarkJames'
learned.
I don't
fancy
know what that
moves.
is. Yeah.
I was taught by James how to do this.
Nice.
All right, so I'm successful, so I get an extra +1 to hit me.
Oh, cool.
Because I think we're going to be shooting each other here this round.
Let's see. So let me ask, because this looks like Sam has effectively blocked my one and only win condition here. He
Which
could
is
just
what?
stay
Get
here.
behind him and shoot him in the
You
back?
can literally, well, because like in regular Battletech, the reason you can't sit in the far back hex is because it negates anybody from being able to maneuver behind you. And he's effectively done that here, right? Like he
Yes.
could sit here for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
And he could just camp.
Yeah,
That's
he's going to
good.
wall
That's
ride.
it.
Yes.
But if
That's
we're
a-
at short range, you're always going to be hitting on a lower dice number than me. Because you have your mech, if you move, gets 3 +3 to
I guess
hit,
that's
and mine gets a +1.
true.
So like
The other
us
thing
just
to
being
note-
at close range firing at each other is frankly really good for you because you hit way more.
The other thing to note is that he still can only shoot forward, which based on the way he's looking is this direction.
Wait,
Hopefully you can't get behind
it is?
that, but
Yes.
You mean
he's
that black
looking
line right
this
there?
direction. So if you
Oh,
manage
okay.
to get back here where I've placed
God,
a
that'd be
circle,
fucking
you
insanely
are
hard to do, but
behind
okay.
him.
I hopefully set
Yeah.
up so that you can't do that. I tried to,
Yeah,
but I've been
that
known to be bad at this game before.
I couldn't do it this turn for sure.
I showed you where 14 inches was. Unless you move forward, it would be impossible for him to get on top of you that turn. But next turn, yeah, sure, he can do a lot. But
If I
you can continue
moved,
to just ride the edge of the wall. You won't have any options on where to go. But yeah, I mean, you
if
can
I
just
moved
keep
right
facing up.
here, we would be able to shoot at each other.
Yes,
This
absolutely.
hill doesn't prevent it.
The hill will give both of you cover on top of the trees as well.
Yep.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna move right here. Right here.
Now it's important. Are you running or are you jumping there?
I think I could just run.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
If
Yeah,
you
we
jump, it
can't
makes
shoot
it
each
much
other.
harder for you to shoot.
But we can't shoot each other anyway. There's 3 trees between.
That is correct.
That's my move.
Hey.
I love that the Lancelot is like we see Celeste like just working the controls furiously, bobbing and weaving through trees, like changing speed, ducking and diving, and the Jinner is just like full sprint, like
Yeah.
towards the woods.
Just coming right on. All right, this is going to be the critical initiative rule right here.
This is for all the marbles.
Oh, and that's an 11.
And Red, if you manage to hit a 12, he does have a reroll.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
know. I don't know if
It'd be
that's
great.
going to help
It'd be
me.
great to make him burn that on this situation, but that seems highly unlikely.
Nope.
Okay. 7. Okay. So I have to move first.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The jumping here can really change things with these trees.
You have 8. Let me crapulate this. All right, so that would be and 2 to go up. So 4 cost you 8 just to move over here. You can't go very far because you've got elevation changes to 2 different directions, which means really you're surrounded by elevation changes. So you're pretty limited in how far you can go.
I figured I was never going to beat you on maneuverability, so I may as well just bank on the tree bonus helping me a bit.
Yeah, no, that's probably pretty wise. Hmm. I can move anywhere. So this would cost you 2 to go up, 4 to go across there, 6. Then you'd have 2 left. You could make it like this neighborhood right here somewhere.
I think I could get here, but not here.
Yeah. You don't think you get here?
I don't. I
2
think
to
with the
4. Yeah, you're
extra
probably
into
right.
the woods, I can't get there. I think if I go that direction, I could get there, and I could get there, but I could not get there.
I jump here.
That's a lot of trees in the way.
Wait, is that right? Did I calculate that right? No, sorry, I jump here.
You get jump equal to your move. Is that how that works?
I believe so. Isn't that right, Arthur?
Yes.
And
But
being
when you jump,
above,
it will make it much harder to.
Yeah, it gives me a +1 to hit you.
Yes.
does moving above the trees
What?
like matter at all?
Okay, so
In
Done?
this case,
yes.
not particularly. because of the
I'll be
size
right
of the
back.
models.
So like even if I was like here, it's not now like one layer of trees because I'm looking down on them. It's
Yeah, I
still
mean,
through
there's
all of
still,
the.
if you were to look from his point of view at your model standing here, you could still see a whole forest of trees between the two of you.
Okay,
You would
that's
need to be
fair.
quite high up to change the angle of viewing.
And he has 14 worth of jump. Ay, ay, ay. I guess since we're not going to be able to shoot each other, no matter what I do, I'm going to just go here. Because that'll give me some more options the next turn we have to move. I mean, we definitely can't shoot each other from here, right?
I believe that's correct.
Cool. That's where I'll move then. At least it'll give me a few more options for moving next turn.
Okay.
You
What
want
an
to roll
amazing
first this
duel.
time?
Sure. I don't guess it matters really, does it?
No.
Oh, 8.
8. All right, let's see if we can beat that. That is
Oh,
just
9.
enough. All right. Let's see if Rad wants to shoot each other this time. It feels like you dictate everything when it comes to this. I just
All I gotta do
react.
is just play cat and mouse until I win an initiative roll. Because I think I can pretty much, not quite, but I can almost jump from one side of these woods to the other side. So I can be
Pretty damn
anywhere I want
close.
on
Pretty
any
damn
turn,
close.
which means all I have to do is avoid you until I want, which is pretty boring and cowardly, but it's
I
a
do
winning
have other things
strategy.
to do today, just to be really clear.
I do too. Super Bowl's time, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But I won't be peer pressured into a loss, however.
Though I will
To a
admit this is the
loss.
least enthused I've been about a Super Bowl in some time because of the
I'm
teams.
right there with you. Yeah.
That's cool, but my
I'm,
other thing isn't the Super Bowl, so
oh well. I
All right,
can't help your
well,
poor
let's see what the
priorities.
Jenner's gonna do.
Two,
won't be peer
4.
pressured into a loss. What the fuck? You can't see it, audience. Rad is smiling. Just this unbelievable gumption he has this week. People were asking me if you were okay.
Oh my
Why?
goodness.
Because Rad was
What?
going ham on me about the intro hour.
I thought that was hilarious. That was very much
I do it all the
guess.
time. That's our friendship.
It doesn't have to be our friendship. Not like that.
It's like I wish it wasn't.
All right. I'll take it into
When
consideration.
other people are concerned, Rad, I feel like a line has been crossed.
Weird that they're concerned for me and not for you when you were the one getting verbally abused.
Fair. Also
I
unsurprising.
don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think anybody cares or is surprised.
I don't know. You can't go that
I mean,
far.
Spoon even
I'm.
asked you in chat. He was like, "What's going
That's
on,
true.
bud?"
I didn't really know how to answer that. I was like, we're good, I think. Trying to do the math. Okay, so that would be 2 inches. 2 inches down would be 6. You'd only be able to go 2 after that. So you could end up here-ish. I don't mind shooting each other this round. I'm just trying to make sure you can't get behind me, depending on where I go. I can't really move in. I don't want. All right, you know what? I'll do. Two. 4, 6. You could get
So Samuel, he's doing math. I'm curious. Out of Asimov's 3 laws of robotics, which of the 4 of them do you like the most?
The one where robots aren't allowed to murder humans. I think that's
I think that's the first one.
yeah, that's the first one, which is I think pretty me personally, as a human, I'm a fan of not being murdered.
I actually like the 0th law the most, the one where robots aren't allowed to destroy humanity, but I'm glad you're so selfish that you just want to make sure that you personally aren't affected rather
Well,
than the whole
This is America, AP.
This is America? Your answer to my question is Danny Glover? No, that's his dad. Donald Glover song. There we go.
How much of your movement do you have to move to get
1 inch.
your juice? Only 1 inch? My God. Okay.
All right, so
All right, I'll do that.
Oh boy.
I'm coming in here to circle around
Now,
you and try.
I just want to triple check with you that you want to do that because he can charge
so.
you, and
What does
he
that mean?
has a heavy mech, and he will deal an enormous amount of damage to you as a result.
We punch each other.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yes. Getting into charge range with him. I've seen you charge people.
Can he
before.
charge me? 2 up.
I don't know that I can from there.
He just needs
That's
to get
4.
to up here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe I could. Yeah, I could.
I believe that is literally the exact range he needs to get to, is 8
Okay.
inches.
Well,
right to the
AP,
end
you
of that
shouldn't be
text.
helping
There
other
it
people.
is. There it is. Now,
Let's
if
go
you
right there.
shouldn't be helping him, I'm trying to warn him from making a horrifying mistake because
does
I'm sure the
charging
comment
work
section will be like,
exactly?
"Oh, look at this favoritism."
Yeah, sure. How does charging work exactly, AP?
Well, you don't have to worry about
Good
it
question,
right now
good
because you
question.
definitely can't charge him.
Okay.
But he might
I
want
was
to know
thinking
in
maybe
case he
I
needs to
could
try
run.
and get himself.
I was
into
wondering
that
if I could like run and just like tackle his
No,
mech.
so if you sprint, you can't take an action. So sprinting lets you move 50% farther, but you can't take an action, which means no charging, no shooting. You can't take any attacks at all. Charging is a question of how many inches you've moved times your size, essentially. And
Is it
since your
just the
size is
damage, or does
3
it
and his size is
move
1, you're
them?
going to absolutely beat the fuck out of him if you charge him.
And it's 8 inches to be in short range.
Short range is 6 inches.
I want to say
So right here is short range. You're all if you
I
get
can
up
get
on
here,
this
right?
thing, you are at short range.
I can get here, right? Be like
So you do that by going
1 to
1,
there.
3. So let's call that 2 inches to get to here. 4 and yep, yeah, I'll buy that. Yes. Cool.
Face to face. Oh wait, I'm flipped around though, right?
That's
I want
correct.
to be this way.
You are showing him your ass.
yeah, no, just do that.
I
Spin
don't
back
want
around.
to do that.
That's a neat trick. I'll try spinning. Okay, so for shooting at each other, you both
All right.
have 4s.
Face to face. Let's blast each other.
Let's do it. I'll
So-
let it happen.
Rad,
Depending
you're
on how
shooting
it
at a
goes.
4, 5, 6, and he's shooting at a 7.
Okay. 6 to hit. Does it matter who goes first?
It doesn't. They
I will
both
go
happen
first.
at the same time.
I hit.
Okay, that is
That'll
points of
be
damage.
enough.
Sam. You have to make a decision before you roll whether you want to overheat or not.
Oh, well, I already rolled, so
Okay, and that doesn't look
Wow.
like a 7 to
so
me.
I think I didn't. Yeah, that is a 6, which is not enough points to hit, which is tremendously bad news for me.
It is tremendously bad news for you.
Yes.
A absolutely enormous amount of lasers comes out of his mech and begins just burning the shit off of your now weakened, no longer as tough armor. That's all been sliced. So there's no paint job on your mech anymore because your entire skeletal structure was ripped away and replaced with cheap material.
Trees are shattering around you as the moisture inside them is instantly converted to vapor.
Yeah,
Look at
that
this
was
guy.
such a bad
Okay.
roll. That's gonna be really catastrophic for me. All right, let's do initiative. Well, at
Oh,
least in initiative I can
my
roll well. I
God.
would have honestly much preferred that 12 when I needed to hit you, frankly, but
All right, not 12.
So for all the cheaters in the room, if the dice hits the table, just roll it again.
It didn't hit the table.
It did on my screen, but don't worry about it. It
Oh, it
still
didn't on
came
my
down as a
screen.
2 a second
it
time.
didn't on mine
Oh, okay,
either.
okay.
I've got video proof.
You're the host. So yeah,
Yeah,
well, you're the
yeah.
host. You're gonna have it with,
It's all right. With the
All
way
right,
human
okay.
reaction
Jenner
speeds
first.
work, you probably didn't want it to hit the table.
Jenner first.
Wow.
If
So just to be clear, there's if Red had won initiative, there would be no escaping him. He would get behind you no matter what you did.
Is that true? He could have
You have a
backed himself up
14-inch
to
jump.
the. Yeah, but he
But
could
I
back
could've put
himself up to
myself
the
up
edge
Yeah, I
like
mean, he
did
could back
earlier.
up. Yes, he can always back up, though. There's nothing you can do about it.
Which is a real problem for me.
Well, not really. You only need to right now. If we just trade, they like
Yeah, but that's
you
putting all the
kill
trust
me.
in the dice, right? Like
Yeah,
you said earlier. I'm not
that's
trying
fair.
to.
That's fair.
I'm trying to make a losing dice situation be a tie, not a loss.
That is
And
very
I need to
fair.
hit you at least one more time without you hitting me back for that to be true.
Yep.
So,
Can't you place
what
your
can you
faith in the heart of the dice?
what can you do from here? You can go out there. You can come back this way. That would cost you like 4 inches from there. You could get kind of back to where you were around the corner. Come out kind of to there. I'm gonna do. Now, I was shooting at a tree cover that time, right?
Yes.
And he wasn't, so I don't want to make
Yep.
that mistake again.
That's why you had one bonus on me instead of
Yeah.
two more than me.
So I'll do. I don't think you can get much past like here. If you went up here, you're definitely not making it very far. If you went down here, that costs you 2.5. So at least 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you may like around this neighborhood. So I'll do a jump to right here.
You're
To where if
facing
you want
the
to
wrong
come
way.
face me, if you want to come face me again, you got to shoot into the trees, and you will be out of the trees.
I think I can get there, right?
I think so.
Takes 1 inch to get, sorry, 2 inches to get here, then 1 inch to go up. This is another 2, so it's 5 to get here. And then, yeah, 1.5 inches. You
Yeah.
can get to like right here, I believe. Sure.
Which
You're
is
both
still
shooting
short
at each
range, so
other
let's
through
do that.
trees.
Well, yeah. So let's do short range. So I'm hitting at an 8 and Brad's hitting on a 7 now.
Let's 4, 5.
Oh no, Red's still hitting on a 6 and I'm hitting on an
Yes,
8.
that's correct. You need an 8, he needs a 6. Well, hold on. 4,
Oh.
5. Wait, he jumped, right? So hold on. That's
I
gonna
jumped.
change
I
the
jumped.
math.
Okay, wait, this roll doesn't count. I'm gonna let these dice fall.
Jump just adds
No, this
plus 1
roll.
for both
No,
of us.
no, the dice do count. You can't just
All right,
say
fine,
that
then
while
I'll
they're-
take the 10. Oh no.
Yeah, as a 10.
Yeah, I'm
If
happy
you
to
roll
take that
dice on the
roll.
table and cover them with your hands, well, I'm telling you what you needed to roll. You can't just be like, "No, I didn't know what I needed to roll before I
I'm
rolled those
fine with
dice."
it either
A
way,
10
Andy.
is
I'm
fine. A
happy to
10
take
is
the
fine.
10.
It's a good roll.
I'm pretty sure he hits whether I
I'm pretty
jump or
sure he
not.
hits too, but let's just make sure we do the math correctly for all the nerds at home. All right. So when
Okay.
you jump, you have a +2 outbound on your shooting, and you generate a +1 additional for him. So he
Oh, I
has
didn't
a
know it was that
+4 to
bad.
hit you. So it's 4
Mm-hmm.
plus 4 is 8. The
8.
trees bring you up to 9.
Yeah.
So a 10 does beat a 9. He does hit you for 3 points of short range damage.
Okay.
You outbound need to shoot him 4 +2 for your jump, +1 for his movement, +1 for the trees is 8.
Yeah. 8 to hit. Oh
Doesn't do it.
That would
man.
have had to be a 6.
This one's gonna get pretty. This is gonna get
Pretty close.
It's gonna be tight.
So one shot from either of you. Or sorry, the Lancelot can kill the rattlesnake in one shot, and the rattlesnake needs 2 hits to kill the Lancelot now.
But I mean, if I take a bad critical,
Yes, you're basically toast, but that's also true of him.
that's
Well,
true of either side for sure.
yes.
All right, initiative.
Well, Rad needs to make a decision as to whether he wants to bring the mech buster on at this
Oh,
time.
that's true. If you're gonna do that, now's the time.
I think yeah. I think I
Okay.
do. I think it's what cheater, pumpkin eater, after getting hit one time, would probably do.
So I like suddenly like this fight's happening, and then we hear the like buzz of these planes coming in, and so it's
Yeah.
like, wait, what the fuck is that? Like, oh god damn it! And then I think if you still have your like comms like receiving, you just hear a string of expletives. Like there's no like accusation, there's no like
Yeah.
it's just a string of expletives.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, Rad.
Okay.
You have to, when you are moving the aerospace fighter, when it comes onto the map, your flight path has to be determined, and your path must pass within an inch of your target. So if you want to not use a bomb and say directly strike him, you have to get within an inch of him. So it really matters whether you win initiative or not here, because, if you designate a flight path before he moves and he just steps outside it, your only option will be trying to drop a bomb, essentially. That's what I'm saying. You just need
That
to win
said, I
initiative,
was
no
already
problem.
getting beat up on maneuvering, so I think you can pretty easily put me in a situation where I either show you my back or move into the flight path.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get those
I
initiative
guess.
rolls out. It
All right.
only matters if Sam wins initiative. If he loses, you're almost certainly going to get bombed.
Ugh.
Solid
Was
dice
it 8?
today.
Yeah, no kidding. Getting whooped up in the dice department.
It's also an
it's
8.
tough.
Please re-roll, gentlemen.
9. Oh, that's gonna be enough to beat me.
And gonna go for the 11 or 12.
Yeah, I have to let this
Okay.
one go, I think. Can't count on 11. I gotta hope that I can.
All right, Sam, if you've lost, you have to move first, and then he gets to make all these determinations.
Yes. Boy. I will go back here. If I face here, I can see everything unless he goes like here, right? Actually, is there anywhere that he could go that I can't shoot? If I
Is his front arc a 180 in front of him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like this. And it is technically from the back edge of his mech, so it's technically from here.
So I guess, is there any room where like that you could?
Well, to start with, your mech is backwards.
Okay.
So pretty much everywhere he could shoot you in the back.
Basically, can I put myself in a position where I
He can't get
have...
behind you? Yes. If you perfectly face your back flat against the back wall, it is impossible to get behind you.
All right, then I would like to do that. Because otherwise I'm getting shot in the back.
So, Rad, you're bringing the aerospace unit on the map. You basically just have to tell me what the flight path looks like.
Oh, shoot. We did that wrong, though, AP.
Yeah.
Because he has 2 units and I have 1. He should have had to move one of his units first.
That's not how that goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me think about that. You lost initiative and you only have 1 unit.
Right.
You are correct. He will have to move something first.
So I'll undo my move because based on where he chooses the first thing, it's going to radically change how I have to move. Sorry, didn't mean to throw a wrench in the works, but that's pretty important.
that's okay. I don't like the rules, but it's not anybody here's fault.
You'd prefer that you win and he lose, right?
Well, no. Well, obviously everybody prefers that. But just
really? Because I've consecutively lost like 150 matches of Battletech, but okay.
And yet here we are. So this would be my gripe, right? And again, it's not directed at either one of you. If the rules work this way, and you can always back yourself up to the edge of the map, there is never any tactical advantage to not bringing the heaviest mech. Because a scout mech, a lighter, less armed mech,
this is just a
will
duel.
Always trade shots.
It's just a duel.
Well, I think
that's no
doesn't
objectives.
This stand true for anything?
No. I think that's definitely true in like BattleTech across the board. If you're dueling, it's always just better to have the bigger, heavier armed mech.
So if I had known that had been the case, I probably would have brought a different mech.
Because I mean, technically, you're still better armed than me, but it's just
I guess that's true.
A glass cannon.
Only because I have a silly mech, right? Like,
do you have another mech available to you?
You're absolutely right. No, I want to be clear because I had trouble with this at first, and I thought, frankly, I think it's kind of silly, but it's like in a straight up face to face fight, it's never better to bring the light mech than to bring the like medium or heavy.
If maneuverability could win you a fight if you had the opportunity to like get behind mechs. But so if you take away the ability to get behind mechs, maneuverability is no longer an advantage in any way. So all things being equal, it just comes down to the most hit points and the most firepower, right? So that's the only thing that gives me still a shot is I have less hit points, but I have more firepower, right? So like,
but frankly, I don't disagree with your assessment at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
again, it's not, it probably seems like I'm whiny because, it's to my disadvantage, but I just think this is maybe Alpha Strike's just not designed for duels. I don't know, whatever it is, but the bottom line is I don't think this is a very good, I don't think it utilizes all of its components very effectively in this regard. I will have my plane fly straight across the back line here to try and persuade you to not back yourself up into the thing, or else you'll take a shot from the airplane.
That's pretty damn smart. Gotta hand it to you.
And because there's a 1-inch line off of that pretty much affects everywhere along this line, like this. So he is forcing you to either eat an aerospace attack or move away from the edge of the map.
I'm afraid that in that calculation, I would still rather eat the aerospace shot.
Ooh, it's back to you in the rattlesnake.
Yeah, that's definitely the right move, I think, because the aerospace fighter doesn't hit as hard as I do. But see, so now the thing would be, how many rounds do I get with the aerospace fighter? 1?
Now that it's on the battlefield, it's here.
It's here until he shoots it down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I get shot one more time, I lose. So it's in my benefit.
Well, because the
aerospace
fighter's here,
fight him.
Because the aerospace fighter's here, that's no longer true. Because even if you go down, the aerospace fighter's still fighting.
Right.
What? Really?
Like
what
you're
do you,
the aerospace. It's not a win condition for me to take you out anymore. I need to take out both the aerospace fighter and you.
Yes.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Rad is trying to figure out why cheating has made him better. He's like,
No, it's just
it turns out that when I
No,
bring a
I
second
see
guy,
that. I don't think that's like unreasonable because at first I was like, oh, maybe I can just like win by like knocking out the boss, but I can't.
not
just
anymore.
remember, I don't know if it was recording yet earlier when I said my least favorite part of Battletech was Battleteching, but we're coming
Wow.
full circle on that statement here at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
Rad, you spent so long not battleteching, the audience is rioting on bull shows for people to have fucking mech fights again. So I
I probably
decided to
just
have a
shouldn't be
little
on
mech
Battletech
festival.
shows, to be honest.
Oh,
I've honestly been starting to think that myself, Rad. Is like maybe
Can
the
me and
answer
Sam
is
start
really
our
like
own game of
we
something
just
else
play
other than
Space
Battletech?
Noble. We'll just play Space Nobles and then they can.
Yeah. Can we have other people fight for us, or we don't have to do the Battletech part?
Honestly, I actually really would not hate the idea of just letting the cast do the battle for me.
right.
They want
So
to do
Sam
that.
is just going to send Eric, and then
Right.
they're going to send James and Andrew, and we're going to let the
I would
three of
love-
them decide the
Yeah.
course of the war alone.
Even
I'll
though
go take a
we
nap
started
and let
it.
them record
We
everything.
instigated this war between the two of us. We're the biggest factors as to why it's happening. And we'll
Yeah.
just have, we'll just have the other four do all the fighting. I'm
Cool.
fine
It's
with
awesome
it.
Like
watching
any good
Kingpin
fight, we
the
got our
Joker.
bigger, stronger friends, and
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just move like 1 inch over here. Wait,
Cool.
no, I don't want to be shot. I'll move 1 inch somewhere.
So just so you're aware, the aerospace fighter can absolutely be shot.
Oh, I guess I don't want that. I mean, I can go anywhere I want. How about down here?
we cannot shoot each other there.
Three
'cause
trees.
there's 3 trees.
Yeah.
I want to try and give my aerospace fighter the chance to get some hits into
Okay. All right.
even the playing
So,
field before I risk another face to face.
Sam, you get to shoot first, and you're treating the mech buster as if it is at medium range because of the height above ground that it's at.
Okay.
And yep, you have a +2 to hit it.
So it's a total of 8 to hit.
No, it's just 4 + 2, 6.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yep.
cool. But isn't there an extra +2 for medium?
That is the only +2.
Oh, all right.
What
6 to hit.
what other plus do you think is being
For
added?
some reason, I thought that the plane just gets a
That's
plus
why-
to me to hit it.
That's why I didn't think it had to be on the board at all because range is irrelevant and it just comes down to what its altitude is.
But the important
whatever.
part is that you have to define the flight path.
Yeah, but I don't
That's
think
a
it has to be on the
4,
board
which
for you to
is,
do that.
It's not going to be
does-
good enough.
The 4 does not hit.
Yes. So, Rad, you need to make a determination whether you'd like to do a striking run, a altitude bombing, or a dive bombing.
What's the attack?
So,
numbers to hit
striking
for
attack is going to give a 2 damage. And the bombing run is going to deal damage based on what bomb you'd like to have loaded in it.
well, the one that does the most
Striking gives
damage.
you a +1 to hit, so it's easier to hit while striking.
Yeah, well, I think striking and bombing do the same amount of damage,
Yes.
so I would just do a strike.
If you miss with bombing and you have a bomb that has AoE damage, you can miss and still hit, essentially. It's possible. I would
No, I'll just do
note
the
that
strike.
you are close enough to him that a missed bomb could hit you instead, I believe.
So what do I need to land the strike?
Let's see here. He is in trees, so +1. TMM of 1. So we're looking at 6. And then you get a +1 for striking. So that brings it back down to a 5.
All right, we'll just do that.
5 to hit is pretty
Don't
tough.
worry, James will tear me apart for getting this wrong in a sec. Wow, Snake
Oh, it
Eyes.
doesn't matter.
There you go.
Nothing.
Doesn't matter. Not even remotely.
Aerospace fighter screams overhead as you become aware, Celeste, that you've been betrayed and this duel is no longer quite as duelish as you watch tons of cannon strikes of large caliber ammunition begin falling all around you. Trees explode. There's just a line of strikes going from your right to your left, and you're like, oh, okay, well, fuck that, I guess.
Cool. Initiative while I'm swearing in my mech.
Yep.
7.
Six.
All of your rolls are either insanely good or just below mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to pick one of your two things to move, Red, and of course you have
Oh,
to.
I do?
Yes, right? Because you
All
rolled a
right.
6, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great.
So you
It'll
have
be
to decide.
What he moved both first?
Uh, yes, because you won
Because
initiative.
I
Wait,
won.
hold on. Yes, because he doesn't get to move last just because he won or
Right.
lost.
So
Yes.
so you would
So you have
move
to move both of yours
units,
first.
and then I go.
And you need to decide what the flight path of the machine is going to look like with that 1 inch variable on either side.
Let me shoot you.
I'll jump.
Cool.
I'll jump here and I'll do my flight path about like that.
Damn, I don't think I can escape.
1 inch in either direction.
I could get over. I could get this way, I think, right?
Yep. You can.
All right, I guess I'll go there. This is maybe a really terrible decision, but now I can shoot it and it can't shoot me, I think. So, right?
I think that's
He
right.
can still attempt a bombing run, which you can only do
Because the
twice.
bomb blows up within 2 inches, right?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out and give you your options for bombs. You have high explosive or cluster.
I think
So
HE.
high
James
explosive
said,
covers 2 inches and cluster covers 6 inches. So
can I hit him with HE?
I don't think so. I think he's more than 2 inches away. Yeah, you have to hit him with a cluster bomb essentially
Okay. It's fine. I'll do that.
for 1 point of damage. Okay, so your roll to hit him with a bomb is going to be a dive bomb. Four, 5 for his TMM.
5s.
I think that's it. You need to hit him with a 5. If you miss, we'll have to roll to see where. Okay, that's good enough. So you take
Ouchie.
1 point of damage from a cluster bomb blowing up everything within a 6 inch radius.
Right. Now
Couldn't I
we're
just
all.
command my Megbuster pilot to just kamikaze into the Lancelot and
Now
cause both
that's honestly a great plan.
cause both bombs worth of damage?
All right, I will shoot
I think
back.
you can definitely command them to do that. Whether they will actually obey that order, Rad, I'd leave it to you whether you
Oh,
would obey
come
them.
on.
I mean,
Nope.
this is the Combine.
So yeah, I miss again.
We'll talk about the level of loyalty you paying for mercenary fighter pilots.
Oh, true.
It's
If
definitely
only
a
this were a
different thing if it
household
was like
asset.
a house warrior you
Yeah,
raised
yeah.
personally and not
If this was
someone
one of
you
my
were just.
assets,
Yeah,
they would do it. Yeah.
yeah. I
All
would
right,
be
well, I
really
miss.
disgruntled
All
about
right.
it, but yes,
Initiative again.
initiative again.
Things are getting dire for you, boy. That's a 5.
That's a 6. That's a prime reroll opportunity right there.
All right, now's the time to re. Yeah, now's the time to reroll.
Unfortunate.
Not
Life
enough.
again.
Samuel Barrett, not quite as good as we want him to be.
I used up all my dice luck early, and now I'm just done. All right, so you get to choose where you want your bombs to go first, and then I can try to get away from you.
Okay. Why do the damage keeps getting erased? Or at least I can't
Oh,
see
it's
it.
because sorry, I forgot about that. I'm erasing all of the lines to erase on the map rather than manually
Okay.
erasing the
Two,
bombing
three,
run
four.
path.
All right. I
That's
still
my
have to
fault.
hit you twice to win.
Or once with each. Yeah, I guess
Or
twice.
once with each, yeah, but two
that
hits.
is twice. That is twice. I realized as I was saying it, like that is.
Okay, I
Now
think
just remember, Sam is a high-powered, well, Washington D.C. lawyer. He
That
does
means I
know
can't
basic
do
math.
math. Yeah, it means 1 + 1 is too much math for me.
just to make sure
He
you
has
stay away
people to
from
do
the
the
edge
billing for
again.
him.
Ironically, I
What's the
don't.
what's the radius of the cluster bomb?
6 inches.
6.
6 inches?
Yeah, I
I got
don't
a
frankly
6 inch
think I can get
swath.
away from you if you do it right.
So you have within 1 inch of the line of attack plus 6 inches from that point. So
But correct me
basically, if you
if
can get within 4 inches of him, you can bomb him.
correct me if I'm wrong.
This
This
is your
is your
last.
last
This is your
bomb.
last bomb. Yes,
Right.
and it only deals 1 point of damage. Although we will be checking for critical hits from here on out, which could be a big difference.
So I feel like if I fly here, I can still reach the edge of the map
I
at
think
its
that's right.
farthest point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
Does the line have to like? Does the ruler? I think that's right, but like I don't know. I could even move
You
it
can
over a
get
little bit, right?
this far. This is as far as you can get. So as long
For 6 inches?
but it's 3 inches from the point of impact, right? No,
I don't know. You tell me.
no. Now you're making sense to me. For some reason, I said that was a diameter and not a radius. Yes, you're correct. Never mind. Just ignore me. I'm
Is it supposed to be a diameter or a
I
radius?
No,
who
you're
made
right.
fun of
I'm
Sam,
pretty sure
a
it's a
lawyer.
radius.
No, don't worry about it.
It is a
Me.
radius?
It's me.
Okay.
You were right. I was wrong. I am electrical engineer with a bachelor's in sciences. Was wrong at math for like the 1 millionth time live on camera.
So I feel like
And
I can
you know what's
actually.
really great is that IEEE's like, after 10 years of professional services, you could become a senior engineer. And I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I have no proof that I'm really good at my career.
Because like, let's say I put the line here. If I'm
You're right.
looking at it
I
right,
absolutely
he could
believe
be
there's no
as
place he can escape.
far
Look, just
as
based on his
possible.
speed being less than his speed is 6 inches, right?
No, 8.
8.
8. He can get away.
He
He can
could
get
get
away.
away. He would have to run deeper into town, I think.
But he has to run farther into the open.
Yes. You're
All right.
flushing
Farther
him out
away
like a dog.
so that he can't do his little back up against the side of the map nonsense.
All right,
I do
Sam.
that.
I am going
He uses math to defeat you.
to use math
He
to defeat
might.
you.
I was having everything because I thought it was
He's gonna do
diameter
a
and not radius,
sprint.
but I agree it's
I
probably
could sprint and just
Nice.
hide
That would be
behind that
interesting.
building.
You
That's what I'm
could.
gonna do. I'm gonna sprint and just hide behind this building.
Ooh, crafty.
I'm now
Crafty
using your buildings
crafters.
against you.
I could sprint too, though.
But then you can't shoot me.
Well, you can't shoot me back, so it doesn't matter.
Good point.
Don't think I can shoot you anyway. What is sprint? Move and a half?
Yeah.
yes.
Can you
But
jump
you
what you
can't
sprint?
jump
Or no?
sprint.
You
You
can't
can't
jump
jump
sprint.
what you sprint.
No,
Okay,
but you
so
can run sprint.
run and a half for me would be 21 inches.
It's so much.
So that's 3 to get to there. 2 down would make it 5, which leaves me with 16 left. Whee! Yeah, just run right up here. I'll sprint as well.
All right. But now I do think I can shoot the plane without it shooting me.
Except that because you sprinted,
I can't shoot.
you can't shoot.
Good thing. Good, yeah, good point. Good point.
Touche.
All right, initiative. 7.
Oh, I got an opportunity here. Ah, damn it.
Victory.
All right, so now I got to move both again, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
This is where things start to get a little bit dicey. A little bit dicey.
So you need to define a 24-inch line that the flight path will cover.
Okay. Hmm. Start looking about how far you can make it.
Well, if he
I
sprints,
want to point out that I do think that mechs should be able to sprint and tackle people. It should just be like at cost of damage to yourself. Like I should just be able to run into you with
charging
my
already
large.
causes you to take damage to yourself.
I'm just saying, like like just running as fast as I can with my large piece of metal should. If I run into stuff, that should be bad.
I understand. So
I don't
here's what I
disagree.
want you to do. I want you to go to Catalyst Game Labs and fill out a feedback form about this problem that people have been complaining about for like 20 years. And they're going to ignore you for about a year and a half, and then they'll get back to you and say feedback received. And you will be added to a list of things to discuss in about 5 years when they do a rules review. You know, they made sprinting worse, just to be clear. You want them to make it better. They made it worse. It used to be when you sprinted, your TMM went up by +1, but now it doesn't. It got eroded out. You want sprint better? They want sprint worse. That's all I'm saying. You should have chosen to T-Mobile. That's all
Overcook,
I'm saying.
undercook.
I think I will. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna get eviscerated on the rules part of this episode, I'm sure.
Gotta remember that I'm still one good dice roll from death at any moment here. So I'll just sprint over here. Tuck myself behind this little building right here.
And your flight path?
And my flight path will be how far can you go back this way? You could go 8 inches. Or you could sprint back all the way over
Or you
here,
can sprint
somewhere
12.
around. So somewhere around here.
That's not right. Something is wrong with that ruler. 12 inches is this far.
I think I want my flight path to be. What can it be? 24 inches?
It has to be at least 24 inches.
Oh, at least 24 inches.
Minimum.
I think I want it about like that.
Cool. Just put it on the map.
I'm trying.
I don't think there's
Why
a
isn't
way
it working?
I can move.
I got
I
it.
think
I'll
you
just
did
do
a
it.
pretty good job of moving in a way that I cannot move and see you ever.
Well, I hope so. That was kind of the goal.
I figured that was what you were trying to do. So what I will do is that's far enough to be outside of the plane's range.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
All right, I'll go there then. And shoot the plane without it shooting me this time. Finally. All right, 6s are better, right?
Yeah, yes. But he's even farther away from you, right? Because he's
That
no,
doesn't
he's still
matter
at
though,
medium
right?
range. You're
Range
right.
doesn't
Yep.
matter.
Yep.
So
Okay.
8 damage.
that'll tag
That
him.
hits.
He's dead.
Not
He
quite.
gets
It's only
blown up
3
in one
points of
shot, right?
damage.
Oh, I
He's
thought
got
he was
one
just auto
left.
dead.
So we need to check for the critical. He's a vehicle. A 7 hit is a no critical hit. So the
Okay.
plane is like really shaken up. The pilot checks in with you. He's like, I've lost part of the left wing. I'm still hanging in there. Ma'am, you want me to stay? My stick's real loose. You can hear something outside. You know what?
Stay on
This
target.
pilot is played by the guy from Independence Day, who's the Vietnam War veteran who gets abducted by the aliens and no one believes him until the end of the movie.
Which Quaid is that?
I don't remember, man.
All right. So then it's initiative time again.
You want the mechbuster to stay on the field, risking their life.
Yeah, I tell him to stay on target.
Perfect. He goes, okay, staying on target.
Don't you remember when those
Oh,
aliens
that's a 10.
abducted
Hell
you
yes.
and conducted all those experiments?
When the Davians abducted you. Feel like we're really changing the story here.
One
but
less.
Okay.
Trend continues.
All right, cool. This sucks.
Well, Rad, on one hand, you have really forced him away from corner camping on the walls.
Well, doesn't do me any good if I never win initiative.
I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I do not
Have you
control the
considered
rate at
being
which
better at
lobsters die.
dice?
I have considered it, but so far it hasn't quite worked out for me. We'll go there.
That's tricky.
I can't get it to erase that original line for some reason.
I can't either.
All right, well, it's the eternal line now.
And then I guess I got to move another guy here, and I'll just. Put myself right here.
Get in the seeing range here. Oh.
Get in there. Wait, before you move, let me just make sure that's where I want to be. Yeah, close enough. I'll take it.
Okay. Take shots from
Just to be clear, Rad, this Jenner is facing its butt towards this building and can be shot in the back along this angle that he can really easily reach.
Do we not use like real mech models anymore?
The rattlesnake doesn't have one. I mean, the Jenner does, but the
Could've just used
rattlesnake
the
is
Jenner.
like it's a bigger Jenner with lots of lasers on it.
Okay.
And there is no real Lancelot model.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a super rare mech. It's not really in any of the video games.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely shoot him in this angle. These you can shoot through the ruins. So there's.
I basically was just trying to decide if I wanted to have the bonus from the ruins or to not get shot at by the plane, but I think I want the bonus from the ruins.
Okay.
So I will go there. Let's shoot each other.
The plane can still bomb you.
Yep. I knew I was not.
Cluster bomb, regular bomb, or
I think you have a. You think you told me you had cluster bombs, so this is it.
okay, yeah.
You need a 6
cluster
to
bomb.
hit, I believe, 6 or 7.
Okay, who does that first?
Let's
Do I
start
go
with the
shoot
bomb
first?
first. Yeah.
You got two
Okay, bomb
shooters, so why
first.
don't you go every we'll go every
No,
other.
you have a +1,
Sounds
so you
good.
need to hit
Sounds
a
good.
5.
Need to hit a 5 for the
Yep.
1 damage of the cluster
That's
bomb.
it.
I'll do it.
With a critical of 9 on a mech is no critical hit. So the mech takes 1 point of damage,
All right, and now we are both
shooting at
one
each
hit
other.
from death.
Yeah,
Nothing on the field can take a hit without dying.
yeah. Every hit from now on will be fatal.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a 10 to hit the rattlesnake. Nope.
That is not enough.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to hit the Lancelot with the rattlesnake.
Oh,
Also
The roll
not
so that
enough.
was
That was
almost a
close.
6.
That was really, really fucking close.
Right, the mechbuster pilot's like, ma'am, I'm fully out of bombs here. I'm just toilet paper and a couple rounds of ammunition.
Well, then keep cleaning up the
Shooting.
shit.
Okay.
All right, initiative.
Okay. Initiative it is. Oh,
3. That's really bad.
I'm not counting it as a win until. Okay.
It's barely enough, but it's
barely,
enough.
barely. Yeah. All right. So I still need to move the plane first, though.
Yeah.
And where are you? Right there. I got no bombs, which means my line's got to be within 2 inches of him to be able to hit him. So I'm just gonna run it.
It needs to be within 1 inch of him in order to strike
1
him
inch of
without
him.
the bomb.
Good
Yep.
goodness. 1
1
inch.
inch in
That's
either direction.
barely
It's going to be
anything.
really hard for you to hit me with
Yeah.
this one now.
It's just area denial at this point. So I'm gonna run it right through this cover. Actually, no, I don't. Wait. Right through this cover.
All right. I will move here and put my back into the
Ooh. Okay, now I think I can still be here.
Oh, wait, if I can be, I don't want to do this if I can't.
I'm
like,
pretty
back
sure
up
I
against
could
the
still
building.
shoot you in the back. I don't know
Let
that
me
you
ask.
can.
Let me ask AP.
Okay.
Am I able to like put my back against the building so you can't get behind me, or is that not how that works? Like if you go here, can you like shoot me in the back?
I mean, that is the problem here, though, is that, yeah, that no longer works because he can get into an angle where he can
Okay.
shoot you in the rear.
Then I will fix that because then I'm definitely not going there. Let me do this then.
Weren't you back here behind this cover?
Was I here? You know, I'm actually not 100%.
You were against
sure.
the ruins. You were using the ruins.
Oh, right. Okay. You're right. Shoot. I think I will go here. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I just really don't want to just
No, you're good.
here because I get shot right in the back. Yeah, I think I should be okay. I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna try to hunker down on a 5 or better. That'll be enough. So I get total extra hit of +1.
Does hunkering down affect your ability to shoot?
No, but it takes half my movement.
Interesting. That is a neat little trick.
And you have to make a dice roll successfully to pull it off.
So if you fail the dice roll, you lose half your
You
movement. Is
lose
that
the
right?
movement. If you fail the dice roll, you still lose the movement, but you don't get the bonus. So you
So
lose
with the
movement
cover,
regardless.
that makes sense. With the cover between us, we both take the penalty to shoot through it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Basically trees.
Okay. Okay. Can't get you with the plane. Can't get behind you. Have to just shoot it out, I guess. But I think let's just do it. Let's just get in there.
All right. Close range.
This is the same reason I can't play poker, so I just get
Okay.
bored and go all
Go
in
all
after
in.
like so many yes.
I think this would make it so I'm hitting on sevens and Rad's hitting on sixes. Is that correct?
Is it that low? My goodness, this
I
might have been
think
a
it
bad
is.
idea.
Are you within 6 inches? Because that's going to make a big
I
difference.
think we are. Yeah, I
You
think
are. So
close range.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Rad is shooting 4, 5, 6.
Seven plus hunker down.
Oh, plus hunker
Plus
down.
hunker down, yes, is 7. Yes.
Sevens and eights.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You want to go? You want to do the honors?
Sure, I'll go first.
That'll hit.
Yep.
Do we blow each other up? That is the question. God, I kind of hope so.
Nope.
No, we don't.
So yeah, I like move into position. I'm imagining like this is the moment like we both know like this is ending here, right? Like there's no way we both get like inches away and just both miss. So we both let loose, and I am not the winner.
Yeah.
This Lancelot is having a real rough time.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like if I had not cheated and the Lancelot had not been damaged, I feel like this would have gone Sam's way like pretty handily. It seems like
It
based
would
on
have been still very close, but I would still
Yeah.
we would have one more shot at this, and it's hard to imagine that I keep not hitting on sevens and
Right.
eights eventually, right?
I would have had to have hit you again after this, and the plane dies 50-50 chance, this turn or the next. So I realized one of my tactical mistakes was by not giving you a target, you could move out, you could shoot at the plane and nobody was shooting at you. So like you went 2, maybe 3 rounds where no one shot at you, which was definitely a mistake on my part, but
Forward
we
now.
just let
So
we let
character
the dice decide.
yeah, character wise, AP. I know we didn't have death on the table. Does Celeste get captured, or like do I get
No.
away? Like how does
Not
this?
not in this phase. You do get away. The duel is in front of 2 lines of mechs shooting at each other, right? This is 2 leaders fighting. The armies don't surrender as a result of this. They just go fight, and the good guys pick you up and the bad guys pull Rad's mech behind their lines, sort of deal. But this does end up meaning Draconis Combine have a 2-1-1 win streak and you have a 1-2-1 loss streak.
So I will say, like as a parting thing, I'm imagining like as someone like comes to like rescue Celeste, from this after ejecting from the smoking ruins of her mech. If Akari Genji is like looking, you just see this woman, in like military fatigues, getting like literally pulled off the battlefield by infantry, being like, "This is not your fucking job anymore," and and giving the middle finger to this cheating bastard.
Yeah, Akari just says, "Sorry, Seacrest. History is written by the winners."
I love it. I love it. Good, good. Well battled.
Good
I'm
time.
glad we
yes.
made this work, even though it was tough
Good
aligning
game,
schedules.
good game. It was, but it was well worth it, and I'd like to do it again. Even though I bitched and moaned about having to Battletech in my Battletech, it's still
I would
fun.
hope
It's
in
fun
the
to lose
future
too.
we can get more mechs involved.
I hope so too. Dueling is definitely my least favorite version of this game, I
Right.
think.
Well, we didn't have infinite time
Um,
today,
No,
unfortunately.
it made
right.
sense. It made sense.
Yeah, no, it did. I just yeah, I think the squad fights are where it's at, between
It,
4 and 6, I think are my favorite.
it's hard to avoid the fact that when it comes to one-on-one, it just starts to become like who rolls the bigger number. And
It's very much so, yeah.
uh but I will say I think this is the first time after all of these years that Rad and I have actually played at the same time on one of
Yeah,
AP's shows, which is
I think
remarkable.
so. I
So
think so.
thanks for
Yeah,
the
I
game,
would love.
everyone.
Yeah, no, it was very exciting. I was very happy to do it. I would love, and I say this before, I've said the same thing about Eric too, that I'll say about Sam now, is I would really like to be involved in a more role play centric environment with both of you guys, because I feel like the only time we've ever been able to get together has been to play Battletech. And while that is a ton of fun, it's not my it's not my A game, I feel like. So I'd love to do more role play stuff. I really
I,
enjoy the collaboration a lot.
I really agree, and I also feel like my and your particular brand of RP chaos would bounce off each
Yeah.
other pretty well, which is I just it's like staggering to me that we haven't ended up bumping into each other in one of Arthur's games at some point, but it's just like we're ships in the
100%.
night, Rad. We're
You're
ships in the
Yeah,
difficult to
night.
we
schedule
really
for,
are.
okay?
We really are. Yeah,
Yeah, that's part of it.
Sam is like one of the least interacted other cast members in all of Arthur's stuff, and it never fails. Like it happens time and time and time in Discord that I just like we're the kindred spirits, and we would be best friends, if like we lived next door to each other. But it's just the world spins against us time and time again. So
Exactly. It'll happen one of these days. One of
we'll
these
get there
days.
for sure. So thank
Cool.
you, Arthur, for making all this happen. You bend over backwards and
Yeah, I'm
sacrifice
glad.
your
I'm
mental health
appreciative
time
someone
and
has
time
noticed
again.
that.
Yeah, no, and I really do appreciate it. So
Yeah,
I give you a
absolutely.
hard time in Discord because it's funny, but in real life, well, I'd probably also give you a hard time, but
Yes.
all in, all in goodwill and kindness.
Rad, you literally came up to me and said, "What do you think about
Fine,
this piece of
everyone.
artwork?" And I said, "Wow, it looks good." And you go, "You don't know shit. I'm going to
You son
Cotton.
of a
She's the
bitch.
real artist." She said it looked good, and you were like, "Great, I feel confident in this now." And I'm just over here going, "What am I, fucking chopped liver?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jesus, the
Excellent.
Well, look, there's
disrespect.
been lots of times you've come to me with show ideas or stuff like that, and I've been like, it's not for me, and you've done the show anyway. So what am I, Arthur? Am I not the target
Are you
audience?
on
I'm
those
not.
shows?
Obviously, I'm not, but
Obviously not.
yeah,
Are you the
it's all
target
good.
demo for all of my shows, all of my vast shows? I don't know, Rad. Did you want to be part of Made RPG? Is that in your bailiwick?
I might have liked it more if I was.
I don't believe you. I don't remotely believe you.
Oh
Hey, buddy.
God.